Rolling with the top down, always at the place to be. Head down, fly chick, you know when I slide, I'm the VIP. I'm the VIP. It's that little boss talk. It's that little boss talk. When you touch down in LA, the one you got to see is me. Come and talk that talk with me, little boss talk. It's that little boss talk. Let's talk, yo. Little boss talk. Let's talk, yo.
Hey everyone, welcome to Little Boss Talk, and we have a wonderful show today. Today I have the cast members of Little Women LA. All my cast members are here today. Well, not all of them, but a large amount. So stay tuned and let's talk, y'all. Okay.
Who are you?
That was the intro.
Yeah. Wait, we forgot to pray. Should we pray?
You should pray. You do
Yeah.
the best prayers.
Yeah, let's do a prayer.
How
Let's
about you
do
do one of
prayer.
your amazing prayers to start this off?
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
bow their
Yes,
head.
Tanya.
Everybody in this cast has heard your
Let's
prayers.
get
Let's do
TJ.
it.
Come on,
I
let's
don't
go.
think I have.
Okay. Everyone wants me to pray, so everyone bow your heads. Dear Lord, we want to thank you for bringing everyone here today, safe and sound, and that we have a wonderful show and enjoy ourselves, have fun, answer a lot of the questions that the fans want to know. Lord, we just want to thank you for bringing us together, and we give you the honor and give you the glory and give you the praise. You're the potter and we're the clay, and we ask that you use us in your mighty way. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 There we go.
Okay. So, hey everyone, I've had the pleasure to work with each and every one of these young ladies on my panel today. And first we're going to introduce Miss Brittany Guzman.
Hey. Hey.
So Brittany was she was on the show for season 3, I believe.
Right.
And so Brittany, I'm starting off with you first.
Oh, great.
Did you enjoy doing the show, and would you do the show again?
I did enjoy the show, and I would love to do it again. It was such a fun experience, a new thing to try, reality show, and I would so be down to do it again.
So how has it changed your life?
It changed my life in a way you see life different because reality is so different than any other show. I look at it as now you have people that watch you, that love you, that want to take pictures with you. So it makes me feel so good to make people's day by taking a picture with them or just saying hi or giving them a hug. So that's impacted and changed my life in a way I get to make people's day, but at the same time, they make my day.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what have you been doing since Little Women LA?
Since Little Women LA, I've done a lot of social media. I've done TikTok. I've done a lot of side events and just been maintaining Freakabrate and stuff like that.
Okay, Freakabrate.
Yeah.
Okay, and next we have my girl, Miss Brianna. Now, okay, Brianna,
Yes.
you just got married. Oh, no, you
Well,
didn't just get married.
3
You've
years
been
ago.
married 3 years.
Yes.
What's your new last name?
Manning.
Manning.
Oh,
Oh, still in the M, huh?
Yes.
Can't get away
It
from that
rolls.
M.
It rolls though. It works.
Okay. Well,
You don't have to
Brianna,
change any of your initial stuff.
I don't. I'm still
Right.
BF.
If you have like
Still
initial
BF.
jewelry or
That's
anything like that.
that's great.
Yes.
So, as far as Little Women LA, how did it impact your life? How did it change your life?
Oh gosh. As you know, my story took a little bit of a rough turn at the end, but honestly, I found my strength after that. I found the person that I really wanted to be and who I wasn't being. And with that, I grew even stronger to my family, and I've become the best mom I can be for both my kids,
Hell yeah.
the best wife to my God-sent husband now.
and I just have a new perspective. So, it was a blessing in disguise, I guess. if you
Right.
will.
So, and what have you been doing since? Like,
Oh gosh, since
Mhm.
since I left, well, in 2018, I dropped my album
okay,
"Ignite" by Renee.
I loved it.
Thank you, and then met my husband in 2019.
Okay,
And a
right
few
before
months,
COVID.
yeah, literally, like 2 months later, we're like, and COVID. But then 2020, I learned that my son has autism, so Maverick has autism, and so we've just honestly been on a beautiful journey of learning this whole new world out there and learning about not only autism, but with my daughter, she's doing so many activities. So I'm just a really busy mom.
Cause how old is she now?
She's 13.
Okay, so she's in the
She has a
8th grade?
teenager.
I have
Yes.
a teenager. She's 8th grade, going to high school.
Oh, she's gonna be going to high school.
Yes.
Oh,
Going.
oh,
I'm
Mhm.
like,
Oh.
I know. And full on. She is the most amazing child. Y'all know her. She's the most amazing
She
girl.
always has been.
But she's still
very
a teenager.
intelligent. Very intelligent.
Yes. Oh, she actually was just recognized as a gifted child. She's straight Ace.
Okay.
She's in self-defense.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, a violinist. I'm just, that's all I'm focusing on
Right.
is raising
Okay.
and being an amazing example that I wasn't for a moment in time, but I got back to being, and that's all I can do right now.
Well, God, it shows God has totally blessed you with a wonderful husband,
Thank you.
wonderful family, and I see the light
Mhm.
in you. Because before, yeah, it was a
Before.
lot.
Oh,
but
yeah, I know.
but it was a light at the end of the tunnel, right?
It really was.
So,
It really was.
well, thank you. Thank you for showing up, for coming.
I'm happy to be here.
It's been a long time since I've
It's
seen you. You're looking
really-
good.
Thank you. You
Look,
too.
haven't aged a bit. You just
She
look
looks
better.
the same.
I know that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you
Haven't
do.
aged
Yeah.
a bit.
But no, but just with a
Yeah.
glow, like a
It's
different
glow.
glow.
Oh, thank
Exactly.
you. Okay.
Exactly.
Which is
I-
a good thing, though. It's not like I
Right.
wish 7 years ago, whatever, I looked the same.
Well, thank you. Well, you look gorgeous, and I'd love for you to meet my husband someday.
I would love to meet
Yes.
him too.
He's awesome.
Okay. Well, I can tell from the pictures on social media. I'm like, okay, Bree. Okay, you did that. Yes. She was giving me I talked to her over the phone, and
Yeah.
she was giving me some techniques on how to get a good man. So
It just, took me a while, but I finally learned it. Yeah.
so okay, so now
So are
Miss
you looking for a new man?
Miss Tara Jolie. Miss Tara Jolie.
She has one
Miss
already.
Tara
yeah.
Jolie. Y'all be
Gorgeous on the
quiet.
other side.
Y'all leave me alone. This is my show. I'm the boss, little
You've
boss
always been
top.
bossy. Always been bossy.
That much is true.
So, Miss Tara. So, this is my BFF.
We've known each other forever.
since
1999.
yeah.
But I don't remember you then.
It was-
yada, yada, yada. But I
Well,
do
not
remember
1999. You don't remember me in 99, but you remember me in 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we were roommates. We were
Not
doing,
by choice.
No, no.
We were forced to be roommates.
We were doing Radio City Rockettes.
Hmm.
And we she was so sweet. So this is what she did. No, she is. This is what happened. This is what happened. We get, she was flying in. We were in Detroit. She flew in from San Antonio, Texas. I flew in from California. Of course, my plane was always the last getting there. And you know what? And she made it to we were in a townhouse.
Does not matter.
Okay, anyway, we were in a townhouse, and so she gets there before me. Well, I get there at night, and she's sitting in the middle of the living room with her luggage. And she's like, well, I didn't, I got here first, and I didn't want to just take a room. I figured we could just, flip a coin to the room. And I was like, oh, girl, if I would have made it here, I would have picked my room.
I was nice.
Yes, you was. Yes, you is.
Yes, she is. For a bit.
And
But it worked out. She liked baths. At the time, I like showers. I got the room with the shower. She got the room with the bath.
Yeah. So.
The only thing that I didn't like is she likes it 102 degrees, and I like it like I'll sleep in the snow before that happens.
But we became
Good.
unacceptable.
What? Unacceptable?
No,
Yes.
Inseparable. Yeah.
Inseparable.
My mouth is all dry. No.
The tongue twister.
But so Tara, we got a lot to talk about with you.
Little Women, of course, has changed all of our lives.
Yes.
Little Women has definitely changed my life. I was not happy with who I was those last few seasons of Little Women. And I saw that almost instantly when COVID hit. Because when COVID hit, we were still set to film season 9.
Right.
And I knew then and there, like I was still depressed every day. I was trying to figure out how to get out of the funk.
Mhm.
And I couldn't figure it out. But I realized that because of the drama that was in the show, it really made me very stressful. I was very rude to 2 of you specifically. I was extremely like inappropriate to. And I've had many conversations about this, but I felt like it wasn't even y'all's fault that I was this unique human at the time. I felt like it was for the greater good, being that if I can blow up this minuscule little thing into like a big fight, then it's going to be great for the show. And at the time, maybe it was good for the show,
And,
you know?
to be honest with you.
But how does it make you feel when you go home and these people that you've been friends with for years are now throwing darts at your face on their bedroom wall? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like, I felt like such a disconnect with who I wanted to be in life and the kind of person that I wanted to be as a mom and as a human. And I don't know, it was a lot. And I remember it was like 2 weeks before Christmas that we got the call. We had already started season 9, and we got the call 2 weeks before Christmas. It was a FaceTime call that I got
in 2020
that we were no longer going to be continuing come 2020. And I just remember feeling relieved. And that's not a good feeling. Like, I remember feeling, like, scared as shit, but excuse my French, but I remember feeling, like, grateful in a weird way because I didn't want to continue down that path. And I knew that if we continued where we were, that was the path that was going to continue. It was just going to get worse, and I didn't know. It was like a rabbit hole that I didn't know how to get out of. So, am I grateful for the show? Absolutely. I think that the show did amazing things. It has helped a lot of women in life, and I think that there's a lot more to give. I don't think that that's the last show that will be created that will show us shining.
Right.
But I do think that it needed to
end.
It needed to end in order to start anew.
Yeah, we had to close that chapter. Yeah.
Because I was, woo!
But we learned. But to be honest, because that was the first reality show that we ever did, because we always did scripted stuff, you know, SAG, you know, movies, TVs,
Commercials,
musical plays and stage plays.
And going into it, you think it might be like, I mean, I think all of us kind of thought when we initially went into it, we thought it was going to be very much happy-go-lucky girlfriends, like almost like what you see on TLC. Like everybody loves each other, but you know,
I mean, you have a little drama, but
tiny little drama.
You know,
it was a totally different situation. It was like, how can we make a mountain out of a molehill? And that's what we did every single week.
But but to be frankly honest with you though, remember that we were filming one day and nobody was fighting, and it seemed boring.
Totally. But I also remember that was because we were so conditioned.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
was.
We were conditioned. Like if we weren't fighting, this
Right.
is not going to be a successful show.
Right, that's true.
And if we weren't arguing, then that was a boring episode.
Right.
And I feel like while I feel like we had so much going on in our lives
We
that was
did.
not covered, that wasn't boring, that was drama, that was like real life stuff,
Right.
like our children and things that our families were going through. And instead we were like peeing in margaritas. I mean, like, come on.
Well, I
like,
feel like a lot of stuff happened when we finished filming. Like a lot of our personal stuff changed,
totally.
Yeah.
you know, when we stopped filming, and they didn't want to show that.
No.
And I just didn't, I felt like it was bringing out the worst in
Everybody.
me and a lot of us.
Mhm.
Now, with that said, do I love these women? Yes. Do I think that we had an experience that nobody else will understand? Absolutely. I feel like if you weren't on the show, you do not understand what we went through. But at the same time, there's that camaraderie that I appreciate because I feel like we all know what it was like.
Yeah.
Like our first season was like Welcome to Hell, brought to you by your show. Like, you cried almost every night.
Oh,
It was
gosh,
just
yeah.
it was like an
Thanks,
experience.
Tanya.
Jasmine remembers it. So does Brittany.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
It was so
Jasmine.
draining.
I even remember
But
telling
we
Jasmine,
cool
like,
though. We
welcome
cool
to
though right
season
now.
your first
Right
season.
now.
Oh man. I was gonna get around to that, but let me finish. We're gonna
Yeah.
go here,
But
and then we're gonna bring it back.
since the show, things have changed. I have found myself. I am so much happier. I am a mother of 3 now.
Yeah.
I meditate daily. I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. I have me time for 1 solid hour. Hallelujah! And really, truly, like, it has given me so much more opportunity, and I'm a producer always, and so I'm
Right.
pitching more, I'm creating more, and the manifestations have just been overflowing. So life is good.
Yes, it is.
And you were
Boom.
what? What is the biggest news ever?
Well,
You
through COVID, if COVID wasn't enough, I also found out I had cancer, breast
Yes.
cancer. So we can come back to that, but whatever, we're good now. We are like
Right.
in a different world right now, and life is
Happy and healthy.
happy and healthy. Cancer actually brought us together
It did.
Wow.
And-
because she reached out to me and she was like, look, girl, I just want you to know I love
here
you
for
and I'm here for
you.
you. And
If you need
I
anything.
appreciate that because I know that there was like some weirdness with, I'm not trying to take up your whole podcast, but I know there was some weirdness
It
of
was.
us on a show,
Of
right?
course, a lot.
And then I tried to pretend like nothing ever happened, and we went to like RuPaul's Drag Con, and I was like, Brittany! And you were like, get the fuck away from me. Christy. I'm like, yeah, I truly was. I was like acting like nothing happened, and I was like, she doesn't want anything to do with me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to beg for friends. And this is truly, like, I had nothing against you. I absolutely loved you. Like, I truly loved you. I wanted you to be a part of the show.
Right.
Like, I loved you.
Right.
I had nothing to do with you leaving. I had nothing to do with that. Anyways, but my point is that, like, cancer definitely was a scary thing, but it did do a lot of good things in my life as well.
What I appreciate with your cancer journey, you took your friends on the journey with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you posted and put them on the journey from day one, like step by step by step.
Still haven't
And-
ring my bell, but we're going to do that together.
Huh?
I haven't ring my bell yet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to ring my bell.
Okay, I know
You
that's
can
right.
ring my... I'm going to ring that
Yeah,
bell.
you
They said they didn't have a bell. I was like, what? You
We're
don't have
gonna
a
find
what?
a bell.
How
Bring
we gonna bring
your own bell.
Girl.
Bring your own bell.
Exactly. All right, move on. We'll come back to that.
But yeah, I really appreciate. I mean, because that helped a lot of people. Because it's
You could
so
feel
many
it.
people that gone through cancer. My mom had cancer.
I had no idea so many people went through it that were so close to me because so many people don't talk about it.
They don't.
And even people are scared about their careers and things like that, and so it's such a hush thing. Like, I had no
Right.
clue how many people that I knew, my neighbors, my people that in my family that I'm like, you what? One of my best friends. One of my best friends probably wouldn't have told me unless I came out.
Wow, that's
Oh my gosh, that's
It's crazy.
Right.
and it's good to share because
You don't know
who you helping.
Right,
Yes.
You know,
exactly.
because a lot of people are going through the same thing you're going through,
Yeah.
no matter what it is. And that's what I really appreciated from the show because even though we had the drama, we did touch on a lot of issues. And these issues, people, I would have fans, oh, I love how strong you are and
Mhm.
how because, I had a different man every season. So, they
Sometimes a couple in one season.
well, because I just don't take. I can't.
It's talent.
Anywho,
I couldn't
but
do it.
just to be strong,
Right.
they really appreciate our strength, and showing people that even though we're short stature, we still have the same problems, same issues, and some extra ones, some little people problems, but it helped average size people. It helped other people like in wheelchairs or
Everybody in the world.
other
Yes.
different disabilities.
Mhm.
And the fact that our show was the first reality show to go around the whole world. We are worldwide known. I mean, I'm quite sure you guys get on your Instagram, on your social media, different, from the UK, from
Mhm.
Africa,
Yes,
from
right.
We are
Hawaii, from
pequeñas
Ghana.
grandes mujeres.
Yes. Yep, in
Oh.
Mexico. And
People will come up to me and not speak. I said this before, not speak any English, but if I say pequeñas grandes mujeres, they're like, sí.
Yeah.
so the show did it. It did a lot.
I agree.
It literally put us on the map,
Yeah, right.
and I appreciate the where we went, the journeys, the different things we experienced. The drama, I understand, because I got stressed out. In fact, I ended up getting Bell's palsy.
Oh, girl.
I had Bell's palsy. I was stressed out. So,
Oh, wow.
but it comes with the good and the bad and everything in between.
Definitely the good outweighed the bad, but
Yes.
towards the end, I felt overwhelmed.
So now we're gonna move over to Miss Jasmine. So so Jasmine,
Yes, Tanya.
I met you some months, 6-7 months before you came on the
I
show.
literally met you for I didn't even meet you. It was 2 seconds at an event that you didn't want nothing to do with me. You were like, who's this girl? I don't feel like when I meet somebody, I actually sit and have a conversation with.
All right.
I did not meet you at that moment. I met you at this wine safari where you gave me a piece of your mind and how you felt about me.
Ouch. Are we filming Little Women right now?
It feels like it. Let me just get that out, okay?
What's happening?
My bad. So
Yeah.
the
She
one,
was using the neck.
so one of the yes, she did. She went there on me. But so what had happened was one of the jerks, the jerk that I was dating at the time, he was saying that you were saying some things.
He was starting rumors, let
Yes.
me tell you.
Yes.
And he was saying that I was saying a whole bunch of stuff, which
Right.
was very untrue. And I truly wanted a group of friends that were little people because I had none. And
Mhm.
Brianna was so kind to invite me. And I was so excited to meet you girls. And I was like, I never told you guys this, but that wine safari, I cried all the way home. And I was like, I am never hanging out with these girls ever again. It
Oh
was
my God.
crazy.
And it was, oh God, my bad.
We were like, hi, Jasmine.
Literally all of you. And I was like,
I didn't say anything.
you were not very nice in the beginning, but then we were cool.
Really? I don't remember.
Yeah. It's okay. I remember everything.
I'm quite sure you do. But later, I apologized and we made amends. We became the bestest.
You know what? We have so much in common.
Mhm.
And a lot of the times when I meet somebody for the first time and we don't get along, we end up later being super close because we have the most in common. And I go to Tanya for so much. When I'm having like a bad day or I just need like a prayer from her, she already knows. I call her. And I appreciated you, talking to me about raising average size daughter because I have average size boys and being nervous about what their friends are going to think about their mom or school. And so you just said stay confident and go to the schools and say hello to everybody. And I've been doing that.
Stay involved.
Stay involved.
They'll get used to you.
Yes.
And your kids set the tone.
Yes.
Your kids, when they're like, "Mommy," excited to see you, then they're like, "Oh, Mommy, hi,
Yes,
Mommy," So,
Yes.
yeah.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And so, what have you been doing since the show?
So my boys take a big part of my life, and I just like to stay busy with them and make the best memories with them. I'm very involved still with Hair Club, and I didn't want to talk about my hair on the show because
Right.
I was very insecure about it and I didn't want people to know. But that's where opening up about your insecurities or something that's bothering you, people come and like, oh my gosh, I have the same issue with my hair. How can you help?
I had the
So
same issue.
you came to
and
Hair
I came,
Club.
and I came to you. I was like,
So
what's going on here?
yes. So
know.
I'm still involved with them, and then I do stuff like on social media, and then just my boys. I'm just staying busy, mama. Yeah.
That's good.
Mhm.
And you and Chris been married for how long?
11 years.
Aw.
11 years. Yes.
Well, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
And so what did the show do for you?
I feel like I'm so very grateful that I made these relationships with you girls because I always wanted a group of little people friend and everything we can relate. So that was number one. And then also just being more confident in who I am and just not being afraid of I know this sounds really bad, but I didn't like being a little person because it was so negative all the time. And being on the show was like, Jess, what's up? From the show, you've inspired me, and I heard so many, you inspired me to where I never in a million years thought I would inspire an average sized person.
Right.
So just the positivity of our supporters just made me more confident in being a little person.
And I agree with you with that because, well, with myself, I didn't like being a little person either until I had my daughter. After I had my daughter, something just clicked. It was like, you got to be,
Strong.
you got to feel good about yourself for your daughter to feel good about herself,
Totally.
because they see it and they feel it. But prior to that, it was like, why can't I be taller? But but like you said, the show, people would come to me, they were like, do you wish you was tall? I said, no. I said, because I wouldn't have a job.
Exactly.
Because
Yes.
Little Women was for little women.
Yes.
You had to be little to be on the show. So I was like, I'm very proud of who I am, and it did help with the friendship, and we're sharing with like clothes and getting shoes and different stuff. We were able to, girl, I got these shoes from such and such and such. And it just made you feel like I got real girlfriends that I could include and share everything about, everything, because my friends, or as people might say, average size friends, they they look at me as Tanya. They don't look at me as small, but they don't understand.
They can't relate to certain things.
Yeah,
Yes.
they can't relate to certain things. And it was so funny because even with my car, because we all have the extensions on the car, and one time I think my car was in the shop and my girlfriend was like, "Girl, you could use my car." I was like, "No, I can't." And it was like, oh.
Yeah, they forget.
Oh, yeah. Because, I don't look at you as little. I said, I know. It's all good.
It's a compliment.
It is. It was a compliment. But it did help build up strength and more confidence.
Yeah.
I had confidence, but the show really build my confidence being around you ladies and seeing the strength, even through the trials and tribulations, that we were strong to even get through that, you
Yes.
know, and supporting each other and being there for each other. So,
100%.
but yes,
Yeah.
so now you've been a mom, a wife, and you work at Hair Club.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so we have the last but not least, Miss Christy, and what's your last name now?
Ojeda.
Ojeda. Okay, Miss Christy. So Miss Christy just got married, and how long has it been? How long have you been
A
married?
month and a week.
Okay, a
Yeah.
month and a week. And now, since the show, you you had a baby,
Yes.
and tell the listeners and the viewers
What
what
happened?
happened.
Well, it was a shock of my life being pregnant at 42. And I had the CVS test done. And
Okay, can explain what the
so
CVS.
CVS test, little people go in and do a test around 12 to 13, 14 weeks. And they take a piece of placenta and they send it to the lab. And they got so much, thank the good Lord, so much sample.
Mm-hmm.
I donated some of it. And so they sent it off. And like 3 weeks later, I get this call saying the sample died.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I donated some. Can we have it? Can we have it back and send that to the lab? And they said yes. So they sent it. Meanwhile, I'm getting more pregnant. pregnant. The options are getting less and less. So they came back that she was a double zygote, which is different than a double dominant.
Oh,
A
I never
double
heard of that.
zygote is when the baby gets both dwarfisms, but he has a different dwarfism. And there is some little people out there with those two dwarfisms. So there is a chance of her to live, and there was a chance of her dying. And so I was like, by the time the CVS test came back, they were like, you need to abort. And I'm like, no. So I'm already feeling her kick.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went with the pregnant. They did a million different ultrasounds. They said she looked healthy. She was growing good. And she was premature. She was 7 weeks. And she wasn't ingesting any of her embryonic fluid.
7 weeks. Oh, you were
Early.
Early. Okay.
Yeah. And so she wasn't ingesting the fluids like she should.
You're right.
I was huge. I was the size of like having twins. There was just so much fluid. And so she lived 2 weeks. So we got 2 weeks with her.
Mm-hmm. Her name was Violet.
Her name was Violet.
So, because a lot of people don't know about the double dominant.
Yeah.
Um,
And I didn't know
and
there was
this is
such
a
thing
new
as
one.
double zygote.
Yeah, now that
And they're
I've
like,
never
there's
even heard of
not
that.
enough information on the achondroplasia and hypochondroplasia. There's not enough information.
Oh yeah, so he was hypo because
Yes.
he is tall. He was
So,
kind of tall.
and there's not enough information to give you a for sure answer.
Mm.
So when we had to do an autopsy, I let them take as much as they wanted. So
To do studies.
to do studies.
Oh, okay. Well, my condolences.
Thank
my
you.
condolences. So but since then, what else have you been doing?
Well, I went to New York thinking that, our relationship would survive.
Mhm.
But, there is silver linings to everything. And I grew while I was there. I became a caretaker to this beautiful woman. She was on dialysis. And I made really great friends. I got to become a recovery coach, like really do my recovery coaching out there, and helped a lot of people out there. So it wasn't just me going out there. It was me finding myself. I went through mourning when I was in New York.
Mm-hmm.
We were all, in New York, it was crazy. We were totally locked down, way more out than out here. So lockdown gave me a chance to really cry it out and find myself. And I volunteered in so many different places in New York. Our relationship didn't grow. A lot of things, like, people probably know, you know him. Gonzo was almost 10 years younger than me. He was in my kids' friend group. He is very, we're just very different. And so we parted ways. And then
Came back out
I
here.
went to Vegas for a little bit, and I was like, oh, I don't like Vegas. And I came out to my friends, which is your ex, sorry, Leaf and his wife. And she called me up and said, you want to come on a vacation? And I was like, hell yeah. So I brought one bag, and I ended up staying there for a couple months. And renting a room, and it was I got to do my meditation every day. I'm big on meditation and affirmations, and I got to do my writing, and it was just finding myself. And then
You
I met my husband,
and he's 6'5"?
6'5",
Go, girl.
size 15 and a half.
Oh wow. You could
Okay.
put some wheels on it. Put some wheels on it and ride on that.
And no, but it was crazy. On my first date with him, I'm like, I have no makeup on. I'm not really in the mood for dating. We were talking to each other, and I'm like, I really just don't want to meet up right now. And he's like, just come over. And I came over, and his whole family was over, and he was like, you know Mexican families.
Yes.
He's like cutting up a quesadilla for his niece and feeding it to her, and I was like, I love this guy.
Oh, can you feed me a quesadilla?
And he was just so sweet, and wiping her mouth, and I was like, oh my god, he's like rad. And then I was like, I look like a hot mess. And he's like, you're beautiful.
Well,
and it was great.
It's best for them to see you a hot mess.
Yes.
Then they know, once you clean
And
it
then,
up.
like, after that,
How did y'all meet?
Yeah, how
What?
did you meet?
How did y'all meet?
Oh, I went on Facebook dating.
What?
I didn't
What?
know
Facebook
such a thing.
dating.
I was like, what's the
that.
address?
No, I ain't saying that.
No, it was
Wait a minute.
fine.
It was called what?
Facebook
dating.
dating. It's
Oh, yeah.
So,
I heard
okay,
that.
so I know I know that
I
sounds
heard it.
totally ghetto. Wait, just let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just playing around with it, and you have to match up with these people. We had 11 things in common, so I was like, I guess I'll meet up with them. I'm not gonna put makeup on, and I'm just gonna look like me. I mean, I didn't even put eyebrows on. I'm like,
Oh, no.
shit. I like the thin eyebrows.
Oh no.
Okay.
And he's like, you're so beautiful. I'm like, okay.
Perfect.
And he had no idea about Little Women LA until his cousins saw me like weeks later. They're like, and he's like, why are they freaking out? And I'm like, well, let me tell you a little story. So yeah.
That's
funny.
great. That's great. Well,
So how'd the second date go?
We only, like, literally from the time we got married, we only spent 2 days without each other.
Wow.
Oh my
wait.
G.
So you went over for quesadillas.
And then you moved
and
in
you
the
got
second
married,
day?
and then you
got
got
married?
married. Like,
I
how did
got-
you get from quesadillas to marriage?
good quesadilla.
I said I do with a
She did say
quesadilla.
he has like a something size foot, so maybe that did it.
No,
She was like, you have what size foot? Let me get down on one knee right now.
I think that's what got her.
So was it the quesadilla or was it the foot? The shoe?
Both.
The sock.
Both. No, he's a gentle giant. He's super sweet. And I've never seen someone so selfless in anybody's life. Like, he reminds me of my dad. Something happened with my car, and it was like giving me troubles, and I needed to drive. He took the extensions off my car and put it on his car and say, "Take my car." So that's like a real.
Oh,
man.
that's sweet.
Just for any tall people, or is that an appropriate term? A gentle giant? I mean, like, you wouldn't want us to be called like gentle tiny troll or anything. I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't mind. Wait. I would not mind gentle dwarf.
Gentle dwarf.
gentle dwarf.
But
That sounds like we're aggressive.
I love my husband.
Right?
He's such a gentle dwarf.
You're such a
Joe
gentle
would slap
dwarf.
me if I called him that.
You'd be like, what the hell
well,
is that shit?
so instead of saying gentle, you're gentle giant because he's a
Yeah.
giant to you. 'cause
Yeah,
he's-
we wouldn't call him
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
Joe's my gentle dwarf.
Ain't nothing gentle about Joe. Nothing.
Not at all.
Oh gosh, oh man. Like, I have so many questions, but I don't even know if we're gonna get to all of them.
Let's just talk. That's what we're
We need
good
a
at.
part 2.
Part 2, part 3. But well, since the show, I'll talk about myself now since I've asked everyone the same question. But the show, I enjoyed the show. If they would do the show again, I would want to do it. But again, like Tara said, I would want it to be revamped where it's more talking about real issues and not petty issues that's been blown up to big issues. Just natural things that we actually go through, you know, as a people. Since then, I've did my book. I wrote a book. I got a cinnamon spread, podcast. You know, doing some different other little projects.
Are you dating anyone, Tanya?
Oh no,
Yeah.
No?
no.
Single?
For the record,
Okay.
on
Are
the
you
way here,
sure?
Tanya was like, "Do not bring up my dating life.
So
Have a nice
anyway,
day."
Next, that part. and scene. So
You're looking a little red, Tanya.
black people can't get red.
Who said?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
my
they
my kind of black
Mhm.
can't get red.
I see little pink cheeks right now.
Okay, that's blush, boo, blush.
Okay.
But anyway,
Your daughter. Tell us about your daughter.
Oh
yeah, my baby, she's 30. She'll be 31,
Oh my goodness.
and she's engaged to get married. So
Oh wow.
I'm excited about that. I'm waiting to be a grandmother, so I could spoil the kid and everything, and then give her back.
Yep. Uh-huh.
So I'll be helping her prepare for a wedding next year, this 2023, which is next week.
Next week.
Is she gonna have like a flash mob? I picture Angelique to do a total flash mob dance routine.
At her wedding.
Or like a total, yeah, or something with her and Reggie totally choreographed.
Yeah, probably, girl. I
Tell her
'cause
to
all
call
her
me if there's a
girlfriends are
flash mob.
dancers, and
I want to be a
all
part of
his
it.
friends are.
She said she wants to have her wedding in Jamaica.
Wow.
Yeah, she did. She did say that. And I think that's to kind of you know,
Have
so
it
she
smaller?
can, she can,
Oh.
yeah, she can invite whoever, and you know,
Not
whoever
everybody's
shows
gonna
up.
show.
Right,
They don't all show.
exactly. So that make it a destination wedding. So hey, it
She's
is
like,
what
"You're
it
not
is.
here. I don't have to pay for you."
So I told her all I really want to do is mainly be involved with the dress. But once things start moving, I'll probably want to be involved.
Do everything.
But hey, that's my only child, and hopefully only wedding, and I love my to be son-in-law. Love him to death. They're two peas in a pod. They're perfect for each other. They've been dating ever since they were 14.
Wow.
Yeah, they
long
met
time.
at church, and they've been together ever since. And I'm like, it's about time. So,
Angelique's usually kind of reserved until you get to know her.
yes, very reserved.
Reggie's the same way. Her fiance. Reggie is like, the first time I met him, he was on a mute. And I was like, okay, so he's just like Angelique. And then, but the second time I met him, he was like, "What are we doing?" Literally, and I
Like he
told
has
him
to
that.
get to know you and feel comfortable.
Totally, and I think Angelique is kind of the same way. She really like has her guard up the first time
Yeah.
she meets you, and then
She has her guard up a lot of times she meets you. I mean, even he has to give a FYI to his friends or family. Well, okay, you're gonna be my girlfriend. She doesn't have an attitude. She just be kind of quiet and reserved. But yeah, she's
the
different.
opposite of her mama.
Definitely, because I am the social butterfly. So anyway, so we're gonna cut, and I want to thank everyone for joining us on part 1 of my interview with all my girls, Little Women LA.
Yay!
Woohoo! Hey, boss babes, this is Tanya Renee Banks, and I want you to go to my website, TanyaReneeBanks.com, and purchase my book. It's not what you're called, it's what you answer to. I will personally give you an autographed copy if you go to my website and purchase it. Again, TanyaReneeBanks.com. Get your copy today, and somebody need to call Oprah. Well, we are back with part 2 of the interview with the cast of Little Women LA. Welcome back, and we're going to continue this. I'm going to dive right on in. We talked with everyone about what they're doing, what they've been doing after the show, how they like doing the show. And now we talked about Tara's cancer journey, Christy's journey with the double zygote dominant. That's something
I'm
new
curious.
for
Would
me.
that be like if we found out that Magnolia was a little person? Would she be double zygote since Joe is? I always thought she would be
So
double
she
dominant.
had your dwarfism and
Pseudoachondroplasia.
So dwarfism, she's a double zygote. You know who also
Not
has
double dominance.
Not a double dominant. You know who also has a double zygote?
Double dominant will be two
Two
acons.
of the
Yeah.
same.
Two
Acons,
acons.
yeah.
You know who else has a double zygote is Don. He has 2 dwarfisms.
Yeah, because
There's
he's
tons, and
hypo.
there's a lot of
But,
Acon and
They
And
can't
pseudo.
survive.
they totally
Yeah.
depending
Some of 'em.
depending on what type of dwarfisms.
And
Okay.
but
which one
there
is
are
more
there
stronger?
there has been cases where an acon and a hypo has lived. So it's but not too many on the books, but there has. So
I think a big part of that had to have been the fact you're already facing dwarfism, which you have breathing issues when
Yep.
you're first born, and you're 7 weeks premature. That had to be really rough.
it was really crazy.
But both of your children are
Acon.
Acon.
acons.
Mhm.
So, you definitely had the gene.
Mm-hmm.
Because their dad is what?
Acon.
Oh. Okay.
But they look like me. Thanks.
Are you gonna try for any more?
It was the surround sound.
Thank you. I'll get right side, girl.
I don't know. It's a question. I can ask that.
I'm 45.
You should be going through menopause
So
by
it's
now.
just a number.
Exactly. Thank you,
If
Brittany.
it happened, it would be a miracle.
Boom, there
and
you go. That's a
blessing,
better answer.
But it has happened.
Hillary.
Why you just talked about manifesting? If it happened, why not when it happens?
When
Right.
it happens, that would be beautiful.
Boom.
I would love to have my rainbow baby.
You need not to talk about if. You need to talk about if
When.
that's something that you want in your
No, I
life.
do.
You need to say, when that day comes, I am going to be an awesome mom.
Yeah.
Because
It'll
there's
be a
many
miracle.
moms that are in their 40s having
Yes.
babies.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hell
it's
yeah.
possible. Yes.
So yes,
Edmund.
I would love to have a rainbow baby for sure.
Okay,
Man.
so I have a question. I have a question for everyone. I'll start with you, Brittany, first. We're gonna go this way again. Is it anything that happened on the show on Little Women LA that you wish didn't happen or didn't
Oh,
like?
dang.
Yeah, I felt like I had to be a bitch. And I'm not really a bitch unless like I am tested or if I don't like someone. Like I liked Tara. We didn't have no problems, but I felt like I had to be extra to not like her. Or I had to be like extra to not like anybody. So I felt like that would have been like something I would change.
And I can understand that because by you at that time you were the youngest,
Yeah, I was
and
23 at
we
the
were
time.
all like, your aunties and
Right.
you and Angelique same age,
Right.
year apart, and it's I could see that,
Yeah.
and I can understand that.
Brittany's like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Mhm.
And she's
Yes.
one of those girls that I honestly have to say, like, has one of these traits about her that I wish I had. Those people that are smiling all the time.
all the time.
Hi, how
See,
are you? It's so good to meet you. Exactly. And I like when you try and smile all the time, you feel so good, but it's so hard. It's so hard. But your day is just better when you do, and she does that.
Thank you. I
She's
appreciate
definitely
it.
had a happy life. She got
Yes.
2 beautiful parents.
Thank
'Cause
you.
I'm friends with both of them.
Thank you.
But she looks intimidating. Like she sometimes
Really?
you're not sure.
Really?
Like, ooh, is she gonna like be cool? And when I was like, I don't know if she's gonna like me.
Mhm.
But getting to know her, she is the sweetest, most kindest soul.
Yeah.
But she looks like a little bit intimidating
Probably because I'm just like the whole time, or like my face
at
is probably
times.
like, yeah.
Yes,
And she owns the room.
yes.
That's a difference.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't realize that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
And Brianna, is there
How much
any
time do I have?
right
All the time in the foot.
the last 4 seasons that you did?
The last, but oh god,
Let her answer what she.
She said.
question again. That I would
What would you
change.
change?
Yeah, what that you would change?
Aside from the obvious, which like I said, it was a blessing in disguise. I think I needed to hit rock bottom in life to go, okay, how strong can I be? How high can I grow? And how good of a parent, can I become? And, when you hit rock bottom, the only way is up.
That's right.
And so to me, I don't even put any energy or anything to that what
Amen.
happened.
Amen.
But
Amen.
also because I got my beautiful boy out of it, it's kind of like,
He
yes,
is
I would change
gorgeous.
it, but I couldn't imagine life without my little guy.
Right.
So, it made my daughter and I much stronger. We're best friends. It made my son have someone to look up to until he's taller than me, which hopefully won't be any day soon. But I also realized what I do deserve. And I was ready to receive my husband now.
Right.
Like, it just wasn't, if I had been that person and met Tim now, I've been like, oh, he's a good guy. But now it's like, no, wait, he's
He's a great guy.
everything. Like, he reminds me of my dad
Right.
in all the good ways, and it's just they're very close. And it also just everything brought my family and I to a stronger understanding of one another too. Like everything I kind of saw that I was doing, I realized, okay, I got to grow up.
Mhm.
I got to make some changes, and so we are stronger than ever.
Okay.
Love
So-
that.
I guess that's that.
Okay.
I do have to add, I'm so happy for you because
Thank you.
I think you finally are seeing what you deserve, and I love that you're in this place.
Thank you.
Totally.
I've missed you. I haven't seen you. Like, it's our first time seeing each other.
I
again.
know.
Right.
It's I
Well,
was
you and I
years-
too.
I know.
It's been what?
I was
it's
a
been
little
5 years.
nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
5 years?
Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
seen
well.
her.
We haven't
so
even
this-
talked though.
Yeah.
Like you and I, like we got to like
right.
Yeah.
realize that we're still good. We're still
Right.
good. We can still,
Right.
but yeah.
Even
Yeah.
the drive here and prior, she was like, I'm so nervous about seeing Brianna.
Oh.
Why am I so nervous?
Mhm.
Like, it's going to be fine. You're going to
Yeah.
be like,
Because we had a really deep connection, and
did.
it stopped so abruptly.
Yeah.
But I always thought about you. I always prayed for you. I always wanted to come together. And thank you for bringing us together because I
Yes.
feel like I would love to go to dinner with you and hang out and
Absolutely.
take our kids places and meet your husband. Like I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Soon.
Truly, yeah,
Very soon.
yeah. Excited.
Because to be honest, all of you guys, well, not you, Brittany, and myself, but it seems like everyone has beautiful husbands. Yeah, I'm mad.
you just
'cause
got to.
Are you dating?
they
Brittany?
didn't-
I have a few people, yeah.
She's like, I'm young.
So you're
I
not
am
exclusive.
young. I am young.
So are you?
One
girl.
thinks you were exclusive. Somebody thinks you're exclusive. You are
Really?
exclusive.
I am?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't know. No.
I'm trying to read your face.
I talked to my ex and we're very,
Wait, not that.
very. Oh no, not
okay,
that
'cause
crazy
I was
one.
like,
No.
girl,
Oh.
No.
don't go backwards.
But one that has a key to my house and we do business together and stuff like that. So yeah.
Ah, so you're
average?
just like
Yes.
Tanya.
Average.
Oh shoot!
Wait, he has a key to your house?
Huh?
Oh.
Oh shoot!
What?
I know.
Okay, I'm missing something. What did you just say?
I'm just saying, you with previous people that you've dated, you've also done business with them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, ja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Why does it make you? Maybe that's your problem, Tanya.
What?
Because you're
What's
so
my problem?
uncomfortable when you talk about your love life. But maybe you should talk about it more often, and then
Right.
you'll
Tell
be
the
bringing
world.
what you want into your life.
Yeah.
I am. No.
Or who you are.
This is what I'm talking. See that closed offness. I am no, and she's smiling.
We want to know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody else too. Anyway, so where we go? So y'all, how y'all gonna
We're gonna take over
get
this
me
thing.
all? Get me
The
all?
next episode, Tanya
answer
talks
the
about her
question.
love life.
Answer the question.
No, huh? Oh. So Tara, anything you?
She's like, stop it, girls.
This just went left. She's like,
So how long you and Joe been married?
I take it at Penny's age, so 7.
It has been
7 years. Yep.
'Cause we
But
went
we've
to
been together
Chicago.
for almost 15 years.
Wow.
I really thought we were gonna be like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell,
Right, forever.
but then the second I had Penelope, I
Penelope,
was like,
it's like,
no,
mm-mm.
I want to be
You
married.
gotta have the name, last name.
Well, I still don't have that, but
On legal documents, but not.
No.
Oh, my bad.
it just makes things simpler. But there was a moment where I have tried to change these things, but I'm okay with being me, and it's just I'm happy.
Yeah, no, that's
Joe has been like, can I just say, like, I know Joe is a little bit of a villain through a lot of this, and I'm like, he has been. It was rough for everyone, of course, through COVID. But then also finding out that I might be facing breast cancer, and his mom is a 2-time breast cancer survivor. But still,
wow.
I mean, I'll never forget the day that it was actually our wedding day, the day after, when I went to go pick up Penelope. She told us that she had breast cancer for the 2nd time, and
Oh,
and I
wow.
was like, this is the day. Like, I just remember that moment, you know.
Right.
And she probably is why I decided to have a double mastectomy,
As
because
you should have.
I didn't want it to come back and then have to deal with all of that all over again.
Mhm.
But he has been just incredible. He's been incredible. He's taken the kids when I was in the hospital, and it wasn't just like a one time you're in the hospital. It's like
Right.
you go a lot, you visit a lot, you do a lot of different things.
Sometimes something drastic has to happen for it to be a drastic change. And see, he figured like, oh man, my wife is going through, and he is supposed to be that person, that strength.
Totally.
And he stepped up to the plate.
He definitely did.
He definitely stepped up to the plate.
Oh, can I tell y'all a quick little funny story that nobody really knows? Speaking of stepping up to the plate, but not really. So, so Penelope and I were both getting ear tubes. And if you're a little person, you know that a lot of little people, we were just talking about getting ear tubes. If you're a little person, you know that a lot of little people get ear tubes. So Penelope and I were getting ear tubes same day, same time, 7 a.m. You get the ear tubes. We walk in, she does her little test. She's good to go. I do my little tests. And I'm sitting there. I see that she goes, this is 7 a.m. in the morning, right? Okay. She goes to do her surgery. And then all of a sudden they're like, doctor. And we're like, what happened to Penelope? What happened? Is she okay? What happened? And it was seriously like something you saw like on ER or like Days of Our Lives. And the doctor just opened the curtain and he's like, Tara, you're not having surgery today. You're pregnant. And that was when I knew
You
Magnolia was here.
Magnolia.
And I started crying tears of joy, and Joe started crying the opposite kind of tears. And that's the end of my story. But my ENT told me I was pregnant.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
Fun fact of the day.
They was like, nope, no surgery, no anesthesia, no nothing for you.
Yep.
So, wow.
Not many people can have that story.
Right.
Joe's crying the other.
She was crying of joy, crying of sadness.
He truly
Pain,
is
joy,
like Paul
pain.
Rudd in This Is 40. Yeah, that's him. Okay, move on. Let's all ask questions that we've always wanted to ask each other, but
Ooh, I
haven't.
like that.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Sounds good.
21 questions.
Okay. Oh, don't ask me no questions. No.
Tanya, who you dating?
No.
Oh my god.
So what? We just have to dodge these questions?
You're gonna ask me a question. I'm gonna say no.
No.
Tanya, you asked them what their biggest regret was on the show. What was your biggest regret on the show?
Ooh.
My biggest
You
regret
better say
Or something you would
being
change.
mean to me.
being mean to you for that long.
I'll take
No, but my biggest regret was when I gave my daughter Angelique her graduation party. She got her 2 bachelor's degrees, and I gave her the her graduation party at the community center, and my regret was having Lifetime recorded, because they took over and it went from my daughter's graduation party to Little Women LA and who can fight and who can argue
I
and
remember that.
Oh, wow.
and that was my only regret. I would have never done that.
Right.
I would have never let them film come and take over
That special moment.
that special moment. So, I'm like, okay, my daughter is the first one in the family to get 2 degrees, and I'm trying to give her a party and her friends, and they came in and took, see, I'm getting upset about it, thinking about it now. So anyway,
But on a bright note, you got it free because they had paid for it.
but
I mean-
still, it took away from her.
I
It
understand.
wasn't
Their
even.
moment.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even her party. So it wasn't. All money ain't good money. It
I'm with you on that
It
one.
wasn't even about them paying for
That
it,
part.
because I had already paid for it, and it was, I wanted her to enjoy her party.
I'm with you.
So yeah. So I'm
I think
still
Angelique
salty
knows
about
the
that.
intention was there, though.
Huh?
She knows the intention was there.
Yeah, but
She was a little mad.
no, she, it was just everybody. It was just a reflection of me, where it seemed like, oh, she's, Hollywood, the people have to come and tape, and
Everything.
the way they took over and wouldn't let us eat, it was just a lot. Wouldn't let us play music. It was a lot. I'm salty about it. Anyway.
Understandable.
So, but I made it up with her 30th birthday party, and
Okay,
she ended
that's
up getting
good.
engaged at the party. So
Oh, hey.
it made up for all that. So
Right.
she has some very good
Memories.
videos, memories, and
Yeah.
emotions from that. So I said, "Ooh, if we was doing Little Women LA, they wouldn't have been here." Mm-mm. Nope. But yeah, that was about it on that note.
Okay.
Jasmine.
You gotta say what you would change about something.
Or like what I regret
Mm-hmm.
on the show.
Or you
know
would change
what?
it.
I don't know. That's a tough question for me to answer. I don't know if I have any regrets. Maybe certain things that I did on the way I spoke to certain people in certain situations.
When you told me I was so thirsty, I need to go jump in the ocean.
I can see that didn't affect you at all.
That was so fun. I wanted to laugh. When she told me that,
I was hurt because you have had a moment, because at that point we were so good, and then you literally forgot about me. And I think, let me tell you why that hurt me a little bit, because being a little person,
open up a
you
can of
already
worms.
have like insecurities. So that word being forgotten, ooh, that hurt me to the core.
I'm sorry.
So I wanted to hurt you back.
Yeah, you did.
And I think maybe that's what I regret is trying to hurt other people back.
Mm.
You know?
Mm.
Like, just let it go. Go swim
Right.
in the ocean, Tanya. Get you that thirsty water. Salty water.
Salty.
But I think that's what
And I
I
did
do
regret.
regret, is trying to hurt people
I
back.
regret. I do regret. I forgot. I do regret. I forgot. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I do. I did.
Thank
I do.
you for not forgetting me today.
Oh no! I think I was contacting you like 4, 5, 6 times. I was like, "So Jasmine, so Jasmine." Nah, we would. Nah, I wasn't gonna make that mistake again.
Christy?
I would say I didn't have a handle of my depression and anxiety, and I think it showed with my weight flux and sticking around with Todd and taking shit that I didn't want to take. It was very stressful to me, and I wish I had more of a hold on my mental health, and it was really rough on me. But on a good note, I've been public speaking for over 20 years, and this show gave me a platform to do amazing work. And since then, I've been traveling, doing talks on inclusion, disability, both physical and silent, just a plethora of different subjects. And I have an amazing mentor, and I just think that we were able to open the eyes of the general public, where we're not just little people, we're just people, and we're just normal.
Right.
Let me add also, like, you going through all that and staying, like, keeping your sobriety, that's huge.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes people can't handle certain things like that, and you stayed strong.
And they go back to
Yeah.
Yeah.
what
Like, 'cause it's so
makes them
stressful.
comfortable.
So I will be celebrating 13 years January 4th.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. And so it's been rough,
Yeah.
but
Just keep taking one day at a time.
thank
But now
you.
you got your gentle
But it's you just have to recognize it and speak about
course.
it and talk about it. You
Mhm. Keep it in.
you can't suffer in silence. And I think I suffered in silence. I didn't talk about it with you guys. I just was a miserable fucking person. So it took me a long time to realize that.
But you did talk about it on the show.
A little bit,
We
but-
had the sobriety party thing.
No, I'm just talking about
And-
like depression, anxiety,
mental
okay,
health.
got you.
mental health. I think it really got to me because all in all, being an addict it's a mental illness. It's a
Yeah.
and you go from one addiction to another. If it's not drinking, you're eating. If it's not eating, you're working. It's just if you're not working, you're shopping. It's just
Right.
like it's a constant
You gotta
battle.
Yeah.
fulfill something that space.
Right.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
you have to like constantly be on your toes.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, I guess that answers everything. So now I want everyone to look at the cameras and tell everyone, Brittany, where they can find you. And what are
Wait, I
your-
didn't
what
know. I
are
thought
your-
we're playing 21 questions.
No.
the after
It's
hours.
time to go.
We're having so much fun.
This was a long time
Yes. it was
waiting
fun.
coming,
Right.
and I am so glad you guys all came and made it. And everyone's looking good. Nobody have aged a bit.
Oh yeah, and I got a
too.
tummy tuck.
Yeah. And lip filler.
Oh,
right? Oh, was I not supposed to say?
Thank you.
I noticed.
Oh.
Yeah, little miss, I don't don't get Botox, I don't do nothing.
Oh, I do it all.
No, but remember when I used to say that?
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm like, sign me up. So, yeah.
I'm scared. I'm
You don't
scared.
need it.
Yeah,
No,
Well, you know I know, but
I
I'm just saying,
literally
I'm
had
scared
a,
when there's
I
time.
had a skin skirt. Like literally it went down to here. My skin. It was disgusting.
Oh wow.
Skin skirt. I've never heard of
Like
that.
it was like a skin apron. It was like an apron. It was like it would touch
So
my legs.
instead of the Dunlap, it's done skirt.
Yeah, didn't screw.
Interesting.
Well, so Brittany,
Yes.
tell the fans and the viewers, the listeners, where they could find you on your platforms and what are your platform handles.
You can find me on all social medias at FreakaBrit, FREAKA, Brit, BRITT, on everything.
And Brianna,
You can find me on Instagram at brianna.renee, BRIANA.RENEE, like Tanya. We share the same middle name.
yes, we do.
And then same for Facebook. So Facebook and then Brianna Renee.
Okay.
And that is it.
Tara.
The easiest thing to say is just my first and my middle name that everybody knows me as, Tara Jolie. Tara Jolie across the board. And if you don't know
Now you know.
anything about where that is, Instagram or anything, just go to tarajolie.com. There you go.
Same with me. You can go to TanyaReneeBanks.com and hit all my social media and my YouTube.
Same, just first name, last name, Jasmine Sorge, Instagram, TikTok. I'm newer to TikTok, so check me out.
It's Christy McGinnity, ChristymcGinnity.com. You can find me on everything.
So I would like to thank everyone for joining on and listening and watching Little Boss Talk. Again, I'm with the cast of Little Women LA. Thank you. You can catch me on YouTube. Bye.
Rolling with the top down, always at the place to be. Head down, fly chick, you know when I slide, I'm the VIP. I'm the VIP. It's that little boss talk. It's that little boss talk. When you touch down in LA, the one you got to see is me. Come and talk that talk with me.